right, take it away.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to another Saber Light Nights Fight Night. We have some spectacular fights tonight and some really cool guests. It's me and Ryan here, and if Charlie, you want to start off, and Bobby after that, if you'll go ahead and just give us a little who you are and where you fight from, etc.
Sure. I'm Charley Cummings. I'm the president and the owner of the Saber Legion. I fight out of Minnesota, out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. I joined the Saber Legion literally about 6 months after it started. So, and then after about another 6 months, I was asked to join part of the ownership team, and here I find myself, almost 8 years later. So.
Nice.
Happy to be here. So and really excited to watch some high energy fights. So thanks for having me.
Bobby.
Hey, I'm Bobby Zavala. I the Charter rep for Tennessee. I've been doing Saber Legion since 2018. So feels like forever. And yeah,
everything pre-COVID is forever.
Yeah, I seem to go. I go to basically every tournament except the big one for some reason.
Well, you did show up there one time. You just didn't fight.
Yeah, it's because my other sport. I just had to coach.
Yep.
It's all at the same time. So.
Perfect. Well, let's get going. I don't remember the order of the fights, so we will pick it out as we go.
Me neither.
There's Ryan with his really cool armor again.
We're gonna see some dancing though. Watch dancing. I guarantee it.
No, he didn't. He didn't do the dancing. I know. I was so disappointed
already. All right. All right.
Now you're gonna get your dancing.
Yeah, Brudenell is he'll probably do that little spin kick he does. Yep.
There we go.
So the Brood is almost exactly the same age as I am.
Okay.
Both 52. He's about to be 52.
Moving pretty well with the swing arounds, that dancing at 52.
Nice to see us old guys representing.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and Jesse is probably Bobby. I don't know, Bobby or Jesse. You two might be the most fit people in TSL. So.
I don't know. That's Rod. Joe's pretty fit too. Joe's just different fit.
So for those watching, it's a series of 3 actual fights. Best 2 out of 3 wins the entire match.
Little honor going on.
Yeah, right away.
Jesse's super quick and he's got very good measure.
Yeah, Jesse is he's going to climb the ranks extremely quickly.
I agree.
They mentioned he already took first in Bladetoberfest, and had a pretty solid group to get through, right, to win. Had a great showing at TSL 7 this year. It's my doubles partner, so I gotta my tag team partner, so I know a little bit about him.
You have bragging rights, and it's fine.
Right.
Is he not going to Florida?
I know he is not. He is not. So so I'm hooking up with Kenny.
Yep.
Kenneth. So
Okay.
we're team. We're gonna be tag team ibuprofen.
Mhm. I know. I'm kind of nervous about that. I feel like if I lose to y'all, it's my fault.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of being in
Well,
this age.
Kenny knows how to fight me and Clayton pretty well, except we just wear him out and get tired, and now he can get breaks. So
All
Mike's
right,
very
let's see.
calculating here. He's very patient.
Mhm.
Mike is I remember I sparred him at like a TSL Crossroads a few years ago, and he had a counter to everything I had back then.
Hmm.
He calls himself the manic martial artist because he really he never has done one style for too long, but he has done just a myriad of different things, right? Anything from capoeira to to basically just straight up karate and different kung fu styles. So
Okay.
Yeah.
he's got some decent footwork, but that is also Jesse's background is also kung fu. So
Yeah, I've already
That
talked to Jesse, but the fight that I really want to see is Jesse versus Adam Rondo.
Mhm.
I think that would be
oh
cool.
yeah. Yeah, Charlie, Adam Rondo might be more fit than us if he's ever like out of the braces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says he's healing up. He says he'll be ready by Starfighter.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
And I still haven't fought any of these people. Yeah.
I get to fight these guys almost every week.
That's
So-
why you are as fast as you are.
Yeah.
I feel like the Masters division on average has like the fastest fighters on the average playing field is like the overall standard division.
Yeah.
Michael keeps going for this low
Oh,
sweep on Jesse. That's not gonna work.
Mhm.
It's true. Jesse's got it's a tough angle right here because we're right on, right?
right.
But you can tell that Jesse's got pretty good measure, right?
Yeah.
And so he's keeping Michael at bay.
Uh,
Well, how about this, Ryan? You probably have a better angle than anybody, right? I mean, you're right there looking at it.
Right. No, I mean Jesse's measure is pretty damn good, bordering on perfect. And that's only going to get even better. He does have a tendency where you can beat that blade out of the way, but you got to be pretty quick to do it.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, as a one-hander, although he is adaptable, and so he will throw his second hand on there because I love when I'm up against a one-handed fighter. You know, something. I mean, that's right. I mean, don't get me wrong. Mark Carrico's a one-handed fighter, right? So
Right.
it's not like you can have your way with one-handed fighters, right? I'm not
yeah,
saying
well, he
that at
also
all.
ties his saber to his glove.
Yeah.
Well, that way you don't ever get disarmed.
That's the old. Well, Ryan, you might know, and Roland, if you're as old as you claim you are, you're the only one that would know breaking away, where you had to,
Yeah.
tape the feet to the pedals
Yep.
on the
Mhm.
bike, right, to keep going.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Even what was that movie? With Heath Ledger, Knight's Tale, where he tapes
Yes.
on the damn lance
Yeah,
onto his
exactly right.
Yeah,
hooks it on there and goes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one might.
Mm.
Okay, all right. I
No.
thought Michael might have had that one on the back side of the hand, but
You're right, Bobby. Though Mike does keep going low. He probably should not be doing that at this point.
No, Jesse's tall. A lot of tall fighters, if you keep going for their legs, they're just
got
gonna, if
in.
they're
Yep,
quick,
you can
they're
see
just
him
gonna
get in.
slide that
Yeah.
leg back and hit you in the
Bang.
head.
Yep.
Yeah. I know it looks really open, just from the way that he's standing, but
Mhm.
as y'all say, he's keeping his distance pretty
He'll
well,
adjust.
so he's just gonna move that leg faster than Michael can get in there.
Yep.
and leave his whole upper section wide open. Didn't Michael also do like Olympic style fencing or something?
I don't believe so. I don't think he's got that in his bag, but
He has some type of sword training that he's done for years. 'Cause right now it looks like he's trying to change it up to try some one-handed styles.
I like that.
But
he might have
Yeah.
got. Oh, I was gonna say
Yeah, you got it.
Brian
Yeah.
Williams giving him the red, and looks like probably a Simo though.
yeah,
Oh, I think he got him first. Oh, what are they gonna say? I didn't see the neck.
No, it wasn't neck. It was belly.
Oh,
Jesse went
belly.
low.
Mm. Again.
That should be Jesse.
Jesse caught him on the arm.
Ooh, I like that a lot. I really like
That
that.
was so pretty.
Yep. Well, I think
Yes.
Michael got him on that one. I thought on the pushed it away.
Hmm.
See, I think
Watching
I
it,
saw what
I
you saw
agree.
too. Yeah.
Good no call by Brian over there.
Yep.
That's an important thing for line judges, right? If you don't see it,
Don't see it, you
call
don't
it.
see it.
make sure you don't guess, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
No call is better than a bad call.
Right. Oh, red, huh? I thought Jesse got underneath it, but
Mm.
oh, you can.
All right, Mike's coming back here a little bit.
Okay.
That looked like Jesse.
Oh. Seems like it's lagging a little bit on my end.
Yeah, I froze just for I think we froze for a second there.
Okay.
Still got it, but
We're gonna say not clear enough on that one.
mm.
Bring it in real quick.
I missed this one. Normally I cut these out. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's an important thing though to show, right? As a
No.
director, right? Showing that it's good to basically pull in your judges, right? Talk to
Yeah.
them, conference.
Yeah.
Oh, you can. Every once in a while, you can tell when Jesse's done messing around.
So that's 2 in a row for Jesse. So Jesse takes it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
Seth Clendenning was supposed to be fighting. That was supposed to be fighting Jesse on that one, right?
Yep.
And I think that would have been a really, really compelling match. However, I will say maybe not necessarily the best thing for the organization at this point, only because Seth is basically fighting for the championship. And if he were to lose it, right, even though it's not a, it's not a fight, it's not, it's not on the books or it's not, a title match or anything like that.
Right.
You just don't want the waters muddied up, right?
Yeah.
At this particular point. So yeah, but I mean, although we're about to have the Kyber Open, so it's all things. I mean, the biggest part is that the end of the annual tournament marks the end of the statistical year, right? The calendar.
Yeah.
So when we ended TSL 7, the rankings locked at that point, and then we could do it. And then they, while they're as fluid as they can be, but that's where it is, right?
Gotcha.
But with that said, I anticipate watching Jesse be able to climb the rankings pretty quickly.
Sure.
The more time that he's there, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd really like to spar him. I think it'd be really fast.
It'd be a fun fight to watch.
But to be fair, I didn't even fight Charlie until this year. It took like
It's
almost
true.
5
It's
years to
true.
finally, and I still have never fought David Laugenslager. Every tournament I'm at with him, I somehow miss him.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's
fight
It'll
Alan Block
happen.
till
It'll
this year
happen.
either. And meanwhile, I fight Ryan almost every tournament.
That's true.
It's amazing how it works out that way. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing how it works out that way, right? I mean, like I basically got out of pools this year, and my first fight was Jesse, right? So against my tag team partner and the guy that I fight all the time, at home.
Just because,
So
yeah.
Yeah. Clayton took me out of Bladetoberfest this year.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That happens.
yeah.
Let's see
Yeah.
who we got next year.
All right. Well, it looks like Mr. Fabulous is directing this one.
Yep.
Andy Cameron.
All right, Scott Paulson.
Okay, new guy, Scott. All right.
Yep.
Brian
Really
shows up just in
interesting
time.
story,
Good.
right? So Scott actually came to us because in Minnesota we work out of like a Impact Fitness
Mhm.
place, right? And Scott was there basically just kind of going through a boot camps, and kind of saw that we were there, and then just kind of went in with us too. And so
Nice.
he's been it has been amazing watching him both physically transform and the more he's fighting, right? So the
Right,
guy that you
definitely.
fought 6 months ago isn't the same fighter as
I
he is
agree.
right now, regardless
I
of
love watching that growth.
besides of the normal training.
I love watching that growth happen.
Yep.
You know.
So, and that's John. I think he's from North Dakota.
He is, and John is also. He's trying his darndest to basically get South Dakota or North Dakota rather, kind of booked up again and going again.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So,
Didn't it kind of die after Jimmy left?
Yep. Yeah, and I'm talking South Dakota. Yeah, it is South Dakota.
Okay.
So, yep. During COVID kind of killed the vibe that was going on up there. And John has been trying to kind of recapture that and get things going.
So on Scott's side of things, I saw him fight. I think it was in Vegas, and then I got to see him fight here. And there's a marked difference. Like he has improved leaps and bounds. It was very impressive.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I'll say it this one, in a nice way, right? So from when somebody comes in, right? Like I'm not, hey Brian, I'm not super gonna, like go 100% at a new person, right? Almost ever, unless they've got some legitimate, really good skills, right? At some point, and even then, not even, right? But just gauging and amping it up as he gets better and better. Like each time I go in there, I got to work just a little bit harder on it because he's his skills are getting good. We're talking about Scott and just kind of his transformation and starting and where he's been just in the year that he's been here. I think it's been great. It's been amazing.
Brian, we can't hear you talking.
Does the audio seem to be going like 15 seconds faster than the video?
Not on mine, but it may be on y'all's.
No, and Brian, you can just see you're muted. Like I can see your microphone is muted. There you go.
There you go.
I can hear you now.
Still can't
we
hear
still
him.
can't hear you. Sorry, we can just stare into his eyes.
Yep.
He is pretty, so we can
He's
do
a
that.
beautiful man.
That's salt and pepper beard.
It's a damn good looking beard too.
Speaking of damn good looking, we also get the backside of Andy Cameron here.
Cameron, yep.
Well, it looks like Scott's leading more with his blade like you're supposed to, and this other guy, he keeps pulling his blade back and leaning forward, which is just leave him wide open.
Oh, is he?
Now, so John's learning as he goes. I think this is his first tournament or CS match or anything like that.
First match, I
Yeah.
think, almost in general, right?
Yeah.
So, and now Scott has been going against some, right? Is you know, the better the dojo gets, right, or the better the charter is, the more you know, everybody gets better, right?
Yep. Easily.
But watch what happens, not necessarily in this match, but watch John grow just in the CS match. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Hey, I'm probably gonna log off and log right back in because it's like
Okay.
doing all kinds of sort of weird things.
Okay.
All right, see you in a minute, Bobby. I was gonna say Red laid it out there, right? So
Yeah.
John laid it out there for him.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like
He's
you got him
already
again.
adjusted.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, so I think here's the improvement that you were talking, right?
Mhm.
Right. You can see him. You can see him being more aggressive. Maybe he was a little bit more at ease over that.
He's adapting well.
Learning as it goes.
Exactly.
Well, I didn't see it, but that looks like he's got 3 straight points there.
Yep.
All right, good one by Scott.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's all right. So here's what's also happening that you can see in this fight. They're starting to have secondary moves. All right, that one wasn't a very good one, but
Right.
they're starting to, rather than just coming together and just clashing together for one hit, right? They're starting to move laterally, right?
Mm-hmm.
3 judges, red points.
All right.
A little bit of blade play and second intention. Yep. Ooh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna stick with it.
Good frontal attack there. Kind of overwhelmed. Scott overwhelmed him. Good eyes there, Ryan.
Thank you.
I think I saw you the first one with the baton up.
Got overruled on that one though.
All right.
Yeah, when I'm fighting, the accurate judge always gets it wrong.
Yeah.
That helped.
Sometimes.
I just had to
All
put
right,
a
Bobby,
wire
we can
connection.
hear you.
Yep.
And now Brian dropped. I think Brian dropped
Mhm.
to come back to try his phone again.
Well, I just hooked my laptop up to an Ethernet cable.
There you go.
That'll help.
Nice. Adapt and overcome.
Mhm. I'm not very tech savvy as I look.
I'm not tech savvy at all.
I'm square Gen X, right? So
Yeah.
the way I always say it, I can adapt like a millennial, but I bitch about it like a boomer.
Change
I do
sucks.
too, but I'm a millennial.
Yeah. I'm a Luddite.
I'm always like, what? Change my operating system again? And I got to look at it. What?
See, I don't even know what an operating system is.
It's that Windows 95 thing, man.
Yeah, exactly
Wow.
right. Yeah.
That's why I get to play Doom.
Exactly. Or
Yeah.
what was the other one? Wolfgang or something like
gets
that back in the day?
Goon. Yeah. Wing Commander.
Alright.
Wing Commanders.
So that's Josh in the white and Scott in the
Yeah.
blue.
Mhm.
Okay.
Scott in the blue, John in the white.
John in the white. Okay. Alright. We got
Wow, you get the dive.
Yeah.
The slide on the carpet.
That carpet does slide well, by the way. I greatly appreciated that. Unlike
Yes, I bet
Tennessee,
you
where I
would.
about fly out of my shit.
So we're having I mean, we're going to have a couple of events this next year there as well. But the big one that we're going to do is May 4th, right? So we're doing basically Ragnarok, our tournament that's going to be there. We're going to have multiple tournaments here, but Terry Birnbaum is putting together what he's calling the Mall, the MAUL at the MALL.
Right.
So it's going to be not just TSL tournaments, but there's going to be a bunch of HEMA people and some other types of maybe HEMA events going on.
Okay.
I think I've already talked to Jared Kirby from Combat Con, as well as Richard Marsden, and both of them have.
Oh, wow.
They're like
Nice.
both of them were like 99% sure they were going to come. So it's going to be a
Very
pretty
cool.
big event that we've got going on, and it's basically just going to be, you know, all the different wings of the mall will be people fighting. So
Very cool. Bobby, how are you writing on my screen?
I don't know. I'm trying to lower the quality a little bit so it would quit lagging. Cause like that dive, I didn't even see that dive until y'all are talking about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know how to erase that.
Yeah, cool deal. Well, Brian came back in, and I guess he went back out.
well, no, he's still there. I just don't think he turned his
Yeah,
camera
see
on.
his, yeah. Just
There we go. I figured out how to take the line off.
Hey,
I need to do some.
anyway, so Scott took that one.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, a very, very good debut for John. Very good debut for John. And a nice go for Scott, right? So Scott did go out to Vegas. I know he was disappointed, other than the fact that he had a really good time, right? But let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, Vegas is, you know, when you go out to nationals, that's the idea. You got to go out there with the goal of having fun. Because if
Sure.
you go out there expecting to make hay, that's, you know, that's when you're going to get disappointed, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was a really good showing by him on that. And it was nice to see him kind of get that aggressive nature. And again, like you said, Ryan, it was really nice to see John kind of adapt over the course of the fight, right? From the beginning to the end, to where he was really pushing it to where it really could have been anybody's game at that second match. So
I agree completely. He's going to be fun to watch in the future. Both of them are actually. They've both improving so much. I mean, John just in one match.
well, and I also say Scott, and then the only reason I'm talking about so much about Scott is because he's local and I know him, right? He just reached the Masters tournament level, right? So he just turned 50. So so it's always when somebody finds a new hobby at an older age, they have a tendency to stick around too, right? So that's another one where you might
That level of commitment. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, next up we have Andy. And I believe he's going to be fighting Braden.
All right.
That's good.
So I have not seen Braden fight and don't have any idea what's happened on this fight. So I'll be interested to watch this fight.
Did Andy come out to the Macarena?
He did indeed. He did not dance it, though.
Yeah, of course. He didn't dance to it, but he came out to it.
Right?
That makes sense.
So Braden, from what I understand, teaches some HEMA and fencing. So that's
I
his
was gonna say he already can tell from the gear that he's got nobody shows up just out of nowhere and has dope gear like that. You can tell he's got. All right, Brian, we can see you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Excellent.
I had to switch to my phone.
Gotcha.
Fine.
Now you're side. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
There we go.
All right. So I'll tell you, nobody has been working harder over the last couple of years than Andy, right? Since Andy found TSL, I think he's basically been to almost every event this year. over the last 2 years.
Beast mode.
Yeah, him and Shannon have put in the miles going to all these different events.
Okay.
Yep.
In the red corner, Andy of Wisconsin.
Something I'd like to say about the last fight was about Scott. He actually joined. So we have a dojo, and they have a morning class. And he's been going to that. He's lost over 40 pounds.
Wow. Okay.
So he put in the work. I'm glad he won.
That is good to hear.
Just missed the head there.
Braden is a fencing coach and a longsword teacher for youth, and he puts on a bunch of tournaments in Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Okay.
He also does choreography too.
Nice. Very cool.
So
And
I had
honestly,
the,
I think what's that?
No, go ahead.
Honestly, I think that's what kind of hurt him with some of these attacks that he was going for, because he was so close. But in choreography, you have to be close, but not close enough to touch, right?
You have to mean to miss. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I was
So
cornering.
just so you know, no spoilers, Brian. Most of us don't know, haven't seen. So we're seeing this for the first time too.
Oh, okay.
So I was cornering for Andy over there, and I kind of picked up on a bit of what you said, Brian. Basically was, hey, he's being real fancy. I was like, just stab him in the face. I was like, don't hesitate, just go straight in. That was my advice.
Well, we usually, from a TSL standpoint, right? We usually can make and have fairly good initial success right away against anybody that comes from a bladed background. Mostly because they're worried about, edge alignment. They're worried about, motion of speed. The direction of the cut, things like that. Where
Yeah.
all we're literally doing is touching you with the laser sword. So
And
Once you
they
understand that you're
also
playing
do a lot of
tag.
draw cuts.
Yeah.
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 It's kind of a weird step, right? So you come into TSL and you kind of get beat, and then you adapt, and all of a sudden, boom, you take that big step up.
And
I
these
remember working. I was just gonna say I remember working over Steve Madsen in this first meet.
Yeah.
It didn't take him very long to get used to that, and then kick my ass all up and down the dojo floor for a while.
Yeah. And these sabers are a lot lighter than like a longsword too, and it's very easy to get to different angles very quickly with the saber compared to the longsword.
Left and right in contact by red. Nobody else can see it. Point blue. Fighters switch sides.
That's pretty cool that Chris cornered for Braden. I don't know if they talked about it beforehand, but he stepped up to do that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I wish somebody would have stepped up to be my corner, man. Maybe I would have won.
Hey, I'm running
I'll be
100% when Andy's in my corner against you. Just saying.
Brian, next time just FaceTime me and have me just sit behind you.
All right, done.
Yeah. I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care if I'm at a ninja comp or I'm in the bathroom. I'll drop what I'm doing.
Or you'll continue to drop as you're
Drop
doing.
what he's doing. Oh man, look at that. Oh yeah, nice.
So I am seeing Andy has got some pretty good first moves right now, right? He's trying to take the initiative as opposed to letting Braden do kind of,
Yeah, Andy's being more aggressive. Yeah.
Yep. He's not letting Braden get into a rhythm, right?
He's also got very good footwork. A very quick step.
Who does?
Andy.
His footwork's definitely improved a whole lot. Like where I fought him at like Blades Hubberfest last year compared to Starfighter this year. There's almost a night and day difference.
Good for him. That's a big part of it.
Yep. Again, all of the events, plus he's in Wisconsin. They've really been growing that charter, right? So the more you fight, the better you get.
Yeah.
Both charters in Wisconsin have been growing quite a bit.
That's nice to hear. Oh,
Point red.
yeah.
Fighters ready.
Good comeback for Andy here.
hmm
Caught him napping there though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good honor.
Yeah.
You do not have to reset. Fighters ready.
And good honor.
There you go.
Yeah.
All judges agree. Point red. Fighters ready. Fight. Gotta throw that one out. It was messy. It was not clean. It was close. No score. Fighters ready. Fight.
Well, yeah.
And he just kind of walked straight to
Right,
that one.
stabbed him right in the arm,
Yeah.
forearm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being very direct now.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that I did notice Braden did very well was he would do like lateral steps. I don't know if it's this fight where he really opened it up, but it's a very good lateral movement and then a strike as he did so, and that was cool to see.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's you can tell that he's falling into Andy's trap because Andy literally is just all right. Now he's moving some sideways. He's getting some
There you go.
lateral movement.
Yeah.
Because what was happening was Andy was just coming right at him and one moving, right?
Yep.
Finding the open spot.
And he's also dropping his saber down and just popping straight up.
Yep.
Yeah. Andy used to do that up and then in. I used to be able to get him with that all the time, but he's corrected that quite a bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I still cock my strikes.
Sometimes, yep.
I hate it when I do that.
Points red. Tie ball game. How about these fighters?
I hate it when you do that too, Brian.
Points red. Match points red. Fighters ready. Fight.
And this is the first round, right?
It is.
Yeah, Andy is just pushing into him.
Strike by red. Missed. Blue countered. Some judges thought red got in there first, or they didn't see the strike. Blue points. Tie ball game. Fighters ready.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Final change.
Blue.
Oh, I think Andy got the shoulder.
Oh,
I had blue on that one.
However, after hearing the flame tree line judges, blue takes round. Good job by them.
All right.
Yeah, so Braden takes the first one.
Okay. All right.
Braden took round one.
He did.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, I really thought Andy was winning that the whole time.
So did I. So all of a sudden it was tied.
Oof. Come across that ring.
Now, I liked what Braden did there. He struck and then he immediately broke up into a parry. So had Andy followed through, he would have been right there to stop it.
Nice.
All right. 2-1. Okay, red.
Oh, point red. All right.
Yep, 2-1.
Gotta say, I do like Andy just pushing him into that corner.
That was Andy.
No,
I didn't see
yeah.
the strike. But Luis there had the best angle. So I'll trust his eyes right there.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
Oh,
that.
there, another one.
Mhm.
I think he just fought through that one. That was another one where he just kind of, Braden got the block, but it just kind of waffled, it kind of whippy through it.
Sure.
So,
Those are
What
tough
are
to
we,
call.
3-2
Oof.
now.
Oh, Brandon leaned into that one.
4-2. So 4-2 now.
Mhm.
My one regret was not setting up the camera on the other side where we could just see the score. A little easier. All right, 5-2.
All right. So 5-2.
Yeah.
There goes Ryan in that fancy armor.
Yeah, I know.
Fortunately, after you, that armor needed some repairs.
This Brian's a beast.
He is.
Hence the Punisher.
Yes. 7 out of 10 times.
Points blue. Fighters ready. Fight.
A little in and out, gauging, get in
Yeah.
there.
That's pretty
Seeing
good.
the footwork on that. Just,
Yeah. Waited for that opportunity.
Contact by red. Call point red. Fighters ready.
Oh,
Oh,
Good honor.
yeah.
oh, good, yeah.
That would have been like the back. It slapped him with the back of his hand, basically.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was good.
oh,
That was pretty
Did it-
close, though.
Did he pull through?
I don't know, man. That to me, that would have been a simul. I would have called that a simul.
Oh, I thought
high
blue
low
was.
on that one.
I thought blue was clear first, but the question was it ankle or not? It was a really cool move either way.
Fighters ready. Fight.
I'm still getting a lot of random lags and not really
Oh yeah,
seeing
we
what's
all
going
are.
on
We
on
all
the
are. We all are. I mean, it's like stop motion, but that's okay. We can get an idea of footwork.
Oh yeah.
We should move.
Okay. As long as it's not just me.
man.
Yeah. I'm sitting there like, I don't know what you're talking about because it's already in the next scene.
Right.
Points blue. Fighters ready. Fight.
So I'm talking about that lateral movement now.
Points
Yeah.
blue. Fighters
Yeah, that time it worked out.
Get 2 for blue, 2 for red, right? I agree with the honor call. As he was coming down, right caught his underarm, red
Is
tape.
it?
There
Is
we
it
go.
this slow? Is it this slow? Well, now of course not. Now it's working. I was gonna say we might.
Lagged up.
Is it buffering? Is it a buffering thing?
No, I mean on mine it's completely fine. Like
Oh, okay,
it's
just
gotta
the
be the
recording
internet.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
on like feels like it's going at half the speed, but the audio is going at 100% speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's just a frame rate. It's like every other frame.
Well, I
So it's
can
good, but
see it
it's
move now. I can see it moving now.
Well, see that whole time I was just thinking that it was my internet getting
Well, I do have
frustrated.
potato for internet, so
All right, there's Andy back to running
yes.
right at him.
Yep.
all right. This is round 3 now, correct?
Round 3.
So Braden took
Braden-
the first round. Andy took the second.
Correct.
You remember how much it was, Ryan? I don't.
I
For
don't.
the
But
second
then
round.
second round, I think it was like 10-8 or something like that.
Okay, still close. Okay.
Yeah.
Fighters ready. Fight.
You know what would have been a better intro for Andy in this location is taking his bright colored shoes and walking out of that shoe depot.
Yes. The encore, the shoe department encore. Yep.
Like over the shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just not wearing those god awful things. I mean, either way, either way.
I don't know. I heard you got a pretty bright pair yourself.
Maybe.
Simultaneous second of the match. Fighters ready. Fight!
Yeah.
Did they only let y'all have like 15 chairs out there?
I mean, we are in the middle of them all.
Most of the bystanders were up on the second level. So we had probably 30 chairs, maybe 40. But not a ton of people were sitting in them.
Fighters ready. Fight!
Most everyone's actually up on the other second side where you're above the camera.
Well,
Very
thankfully,
that
Mad
was-
Max.
Yeah, very Mad Max. It was pretty cool. We had a lot of
Thunderdome.
people shouting down, "Get him! Get his head!" It was pretty fun.
Sweep the leg.
well, thankfully, no one's tip popped off and went on the second floor.
Right. Hitting people, that'd be great.
Side did not agree. Instead of being wording into the throw it up. Fighters ready. Fight!
How many blades did you break during this, Ryan?
I don't think I broke any blades. Broke 2 last night though.
Yeah, I'm so nervous. I'm gonna break all my blades at. Like I'm debating on going up Thursday night to go play with the Kentucky people before going to Florida. But I'm so afraid I'm gonna break my rainbow cellophane blades.
Well, just don't do that.
Right?
Just don't break them. What?
Yeah.
How far are the
How
Kentucky
else do
guys
you
from you?
play? How else do you play?
About an hour and a half. So it'd
Okay.
be kind of a careless trip to be going before I had to fly early in the morning, but
And fly with wet gear.
That's true.
eh.
Had some weight there.
The
and stink.
Kentucky, Brian's met the Kentucky Trotter. They're pretty new. I won't be that wet.
Just for breathing. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right, so that was 5 points, right? They just
Yep.
switched.
Who's up right now? I can't tell what the
I think Andy is.
Andy.
cool.
Point blue. Fighters ready. Fight!
Good
It's
on
one
her.
of the things I tried to emulate of Charlie's while directing is to say the score too.
Fighters ready.
Yeah.
Fight!
Yeah. For when some spectators are watching in stop motion.
Exactly. Helps you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll be honest, it also helps me as a fighter to know what's going on because you don't always
Yeah.
get a chance to see.
Oh, there's a slide. I don't think it worked.
I do think he compounded it down and did take the foul for I call point blue. Fighters ready. Fight!
Timing.
Call and I agree going to bed. Fighters ready. Fight! Honestly, guys, I call Simon on that one. Fighters
That's
ready.
fair.
I was wondering you got that.
That looked like Andy that time.
Underneath.
Ooh, yeah.
I thought I saw the red underneath.
Yep. Agree.
Fight!
But we had the angle of this side.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's declined the points. No score.
Okay.
Fighters ready. Fight.
Mm.
Oh, reverse grip.
Yeah. Andy was up by like 2 or 3 points at this point, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
I think that was the first CS match that Andy ever won.
nice.
He went
Nice.
3 rounds in Florida against Eamon. He did 3 rounds against me at termination, 3
Mhm.
rounds against Josh. I don't know if he's done any others besides those, but he's lost those 3 that I know of.
I
I
mean,
was
he
really
did the cage match, but that was just for fun
Right.
against
That was
Jared.
against Jared. Yeah, I don't think he won that one either.
Well, no, it was goofing off with shields and a dance off,
Right.
It's hard to
With
beat
the-
Jared in a dance off.
especially in a cage.
Yeah.
All right. So this would be Chris versus Jerry.
All right. I haven't seen Jerry fight in a while, so it's been a few years since I've seen Jerry.
He
think the
was at
last-
the Virginia tournament.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. He was his last CS I think was 2019 Exotica. It was
Okay.
Jesse Speedy, if my memory serves me.
Yeah,
Wow, what up, Encyclopedia Brown? That was amazing.
I'm actually really surprised because usually Jerry's big at posting everything he does on social media, so I thought he didn't even know he was there. The stop motion's making the background music look like everybody's into it.
Yeah. Everybody is into it. What are you talking about? It's a
Yeah.
rave.
Fighters, are you ready? Fighters, acknowledge the line judges. Acknowledge the table. Finally, acknowledge each other. All right. Fighters, fight.
Wow. Right on.
So, I can tell you that Chris is one. He owns that center line, right? So if Jerry tries attacking straight on, Chris is going to eat him alive, because that's Chris's. I mean, you can
That's
see
his
what
bread
he's
and
doing
butter.
right there, right. Even in that stop motion, you can see him almost in that same sort of position.
Straight lunge. And he actually uses like a shorter hilt too than most people too. Doesn't he just use that 12-inch Ultra Sabers with the
Not
Subo?
anymore. Nope.
Oh, you got a real saber now?
Who, Chris or Jerry?
Chris.
Chris.
No, Chris has got he's got a couple of different 16-inch hilts.
Oh,
I think one from Mando. I think he's got what was it,
Oh, he had a
cross point
crosspoint.
saber. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
nice.
You know, it's kind of funny. Their styles are actually very, very similar. I didn't
Mhm.
realize it until they were actually squaring off, and their stances, their footwork, they're both kind of like in, out.
Yeah.
Chris kind of extends its arms out far. In my opinion, it's hard for him to react as well, having that much reach out.
Yeah. Well, the way he's leaning forward is gonna get him a quicker attack, but then if he misses, he's kind of just wide open.
Hmm.
First simultaneous of the match.
I know I had a bad habit of it for a long time.
Yeah, I wish you still had that habit.
Yeah, I mean, I still do sometimes.
We all do.
Honestly, didn't realize it till Seth told Kenny, and Kenny just relayed that to me. Yeah.
Thank you, byproduct Seth.
Yeah, like tell all the secrets to the martial arts instructor.
Yeah, I had one of those. I've had Seth coach up a couple of people against me, and I was like, "What? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Quiet, you!"
Yeah. I haven't seen Chris since TSL War, and then I found out there's another one that's gonna be in Florida that's same name.
Yeah, another Chris
Yeah, I
win.
saw that.
And since I haven't seen him in so long, if you just show me that picture of the other guy, I would have just thought Chris just gained a bunch of weight. Got older. Like because I mean they're both always wearing like HEMA jackets with the fencing like rapier stuff all the
Yeah.
time, and it's like the same lifestyles.
That was clean.
Yeah.
I remember at TSL War, I sparred with Chris. That was the only time I ever did. I know he was very quick at wrist shots.
Mm-hmm.
He's fencing. He has a fencing background.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
That makes
actually
sense.
from that time at war, he was very cautious, and he's gotten more aggressive, which I think has really kicked him forward with like his skill. That aggression to push forward and not be such a counter striker sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It diversifies him, so you don't expect it.
He took Jesse to 3 rounds.
Okay.
Nice.
So he's got
Like right there, he just had a little undercut to his wrist.
Yeah.
That's what I think about the strikes for Chris.
Yeah, that's where that long reach out there works, right? You kind of back forward, and then
yep.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
Slight
They're
little
both
slip
kind of
side
doing
there.
the same attack over and over though.
Yeah.
Good honor. Blue over the top. Blue point. Fighters. Fight.
oh, jeez, Brian, don't sigh. God, just call the point.
Fighters. Fight.
Good honor.
Yeah.
Red point. Fighters. Fight.
So who's winning right now?
I think Jerry's ahead.
Good for him.
Jerry's doing a good job here of just doing a slight sidestep. Like it's only like an inch or two, but it's just enough to buy him the time to get that in there first.
But before Virginia this year, I haven't really seen Jerry fight since like I started 2018. I don't know.
Shot is valid. Blue point. Fighters. Fight. Yep. Red underneath. Red point. Red takes the red.
Jerry got round one.
All right, Jerry
Good.
takes the
Good
first
for
one.
Jerry.
Nice.
Fighters. Fight.
I do like Jerry's kit and his yellow saber. That does look pretty sweet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If I remember that correctly, there was a swing. They hit each other's subas just barely, and then they paused because they thought they hit each other, but they didn't touch it even.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's
okay.
fun.
That's
Good honor.
Mhm.
Honor and line judges, blue point. Fighters, fight.
This is the
I
first
tried.
time I've seen Jerry travel in years too.
Yeah, not since Florida. I was really excited that he came. Him and Ryan and John from South Dakota, like all these guys came up to, and of course the Wisconsin crew had a lot of out of towners. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Stop blue, underneath.
It's funny though. So I came up there and it was 80 degrees in Virginia. I roll up there and it's like 25 degrees in Minnesota. And I came back home and that shit followed me and it was 25 degrees in Virginia. I'm like, man.
You're the reason why. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, jeez.
Uh,
Tomorrow's gonna be 80 again. Jeez.
I'm good with 80.
uh,
Fighters, fight.
we got
I can't give like a lot of good advice as a corner. It's mostly like T-shirt sayings, like wait for your shot, look for your shot. Like, it really doesn't make any sense. But I do have some good advice. For instance, making sure to take that center of the ring immediately.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
If you can back them up into a corner, and they start thinking about the corner and how much movement they have to do, and then they're not thinking 100%. Any advantage that you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it is, boxing, or where if you really look at kind of control the ring, right?
Mhm.
Pacing,
Mhm.
keeping people, working the angles. You're always, we have a tendency in Minnesota to be very linear in our fighting, right? Because we have to put
Yes.
so many people in a rows in order for us to be able to fight. So it's so when we do, you'll see us just kind of, our natural state is just to come straight at each other, right? Instead of
Yeah.
working on that lateral movement.
Yeah. So you're saying, Charlie, all I got to do is step to the side?
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I like to do it, right? But don't worry, I'm sure, Bobby, if we fight, you'll probably beat me in sudden death. Is it on? That's been
We
my
fought
mantra for the
once
last
and it
2 years.
scared the crap out of me the whole time. Yeah, and then now I got to fight you and like I wore you out, and then now I'll have to fight you and Kenny when y'all get breaks.
Fighters, fight.
Oh, that was a good shot. Oh,
Yeah.
it looked
Maybe.
like well, it was stop motion, but it looked like Chris got the inside of the wrist.
Pretty sure Chris is ahead right now. He's just milking the clock.
That's not the worst idea.
Nope.
Well, who's up now?
I think Chris is.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it almost looks like Jerry's getting aggressive to try to get some points in before the
Mhm.
time runs out.
Mhm. Yeah, and over aggressive. Yeah. Start doing his horsey stomp.
It was a nice drop down, and Chris, I'm assuming he stabbed him in the arm, in the
Right.
forearm, right? Because that would have been.
Chris took number 2.
Yeah.
He did get the abdomen, but it was arm first. That's where he was aiming for. Yeah.
Got it.
I noticed a lot when Chris. I'm seeing it in the stop motion. Every time Chris lunges in, he draw cuts back and leans his head forward. A lot.
He does, but it's not as easy as you'd think to get his head when his head is so far forward. He still manages to get that blade. Like, you got to get past that blade first.
Yeah. Well, Jerry stands really upright the whole time.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. You don't want to give him any more targets to shoot at.
Yeah, but if he can squat down just a little bit more, he'll get some more footwork and quicker leg movements.
Yeah.
I do think Jerry does tend to leave that front leg out a little bit far. Chris isn't taking advantage of it, but
He does.
That's a classic Jerry thing, is to have that way far forward and not be able to do a replacement.
Yeah, but like if he just squatted just a little bit more, he'd be able to get that leg out of the way if someone capitalized on it.
I agree.
The way he's standing right now,
Yeah, I don't
He's
think
almost
Chris.
posting.
I don't think Chris took any leg shots. Maybe one or two.
yeah.
And neither Jerry, this is pretty much a wrist hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Line number 3, red point over the top. Red point, fight. Yeah, I saw blue, just before red.
Good call.
Okay.
Fight.
That was an excellent call. Excellent call, I think.
It looks like.
A red.
Yep. Red over the top, second shooter, red point. Fight. Blue over the top.
I
I was gonna
couldn't.
say, I in the stop motion, you can see Chris was in that position. All he had to do was bring that blade down.
I feel like when Jerry does that little backwards wind up, if Chris just like stepped in real fast, it would throw Jerry off for a second trying to get his grip.
Second shooter, the blue was too low. Red point. Fight. Switch sides.
All right, so Jerry's ahead. Probably only by like 1 though.
Fighting ready? Yes. Fighting ready? Fight.
So, was that Jerry sitting little yell?
Yep, that was Jerry.
It was.
Blinded, saw what I saw. Just touch the wrist guard. Blue point. Fight.
Nothing's worse than when you key eye and lose the point.
There's a point, yeah.
Yeah.
No, see what happened here is Chris denied the point. I actually saw it. It came around, touched the back of the hand. Chris denied the point, right? So he didn't get the point,
Right.
but Jerry had a valid shot on the side. So not only did he not get the point, but Jerry got a point.
Now,
And
you
it
could
was
overrule
5-6.
Chris on that though, and be like, just like you're wrong.
Yeah.
I can. I didn't. That was the third time. I would have overruled him, and
Gotcha.
he was going to argue with it.
I mean, he wants to give up a point. That is his prerogative.
To give up a point, yeah. I mean, he can't like call. Oh no, that was my point. Like that's just kind of an a-hole thing to do. But
Right.
Yeah.
so now he's working at a 2-point deficit from that exchange.
Red over the top. Red point. Fighters. Fight.
And from here, I think it's like 7-5, 8-5, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, over the top, 1 point. Fighters, fight.
Now you can see Chris is getting more aggressive. He's starting to come in. Time's running down. He's down by at least 2 points.
No point, not final.
I'm still trying to give away another point, though. You just shut up, Chris.
Chris just he's brutally honest with himself. Like if he doesn't feel like he got the point or not. Unfortunately, there are a lot of times where the exchange happens, you can't register because you're focusing on something else that happened.
Right.
And some of the touches are going to be light, but they're still valid points.
We almost eliminated honor calls after basically TSL 2, because it was getting so much so that people were doing it. And then the converse part of it was is if you didn't call an honor shot on yourself, it was all of a sudden like, well, that person's not honest, and it was having a negative effect.
No.
Right.
So Jerry won that.
All
Jerry
right.
won.
Very cool.
Yep.
Good for Jerry. Very cool.
Jerry
We felt
probably
well for
still
that.
would have won even if Chris hadn't have waved that point off. I mean, who knows about the mindset and what things could have happened, right? But when it talks about just points, I think he was still up by 2 points after that final exchange.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What I did not see is I did not see Chris do anything different.
That's true. He did not adjust.
I did not see him adapt one. He did not fight a single point different than he fought the previous point the whole match, right? So that might be something to talk to him about. Like, hey, Chris, it might be something to try a little something else. We know what you do.
You know, and that's where a good corner comes in too. Like you keep doing the same thing over and over and over, but because you've got that weird lined in
Adrenal focus.
Yes, yeah, right. Chris knows that. He knows that he should diversify and do something different. But when you get into the fight, sometimes you just get that tunnel vision, and that's what's good to have a good corner man to say, hey, knock it off, do this.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone was in his corner for that whole fight.
Yeah, we're terrible in Minnesota. I'll just be honest. We're Brian, you're good, but everybody else is bad, right? Like we are no, and I'm being serious. Like we are notoriously we don't pay attention in corner people, and I think that's something we really need to work on.
So we got Shannon versus Ethan here.
All right.
So
Ethan
No, I don't
looked
want to hear what
Hema-esque.
happened. So
Brian, you probably know more.
yeah, Ethan actually hasn't been fighting too much except for the last 6 months, and then like a year and a half ago. But the last 6 months, he's actually been he was done with school. His work kind of opened up, so now he's been able to get to cons and to meets and stuff. So he's been training. So he was getting ready for this fight.
Good.
That's cool.
And Shannon is the women's champion.
no. Lauren, isn't Lauren Madden?
Really? Did Lauren take that back? I thought it was still Shannon.
I think points wise, Lauren is still up.
Okay.
But I think Shannon won.
She won
TSL?
TSL, right? Yeah, she won. Didn't she win this year?
I thought so. Yeah.
She won
Either way,
TSL, but
it's
she's still
very
not
close.
number one yet. Yeah,
Okay.
it's very close.
Pretty close.
Okay.
My whole family came to this event, and my daughter, who's 4 years old, she was real excited about Shannon fighting. So she was cheering her on.
That's awesome.
Representation matters, man. It really does. I just wish it wasn't the Badger.
Two judges say red, blue one says match. Fighters ready. Fight!
I don't think it really mattered in this fight, but I noticed that Ethan has the lobster gloves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody ever gets called fingers on lobster gloves, right? Because once you hit, it's just, I mean, it's the sound, but also it kind of like just glides over too, right?
So does he have any HEMA training? Because I'm watching the stances he's taking, and that's what I think of.
Boy, you know, I'm
He
not.
has stage
He has
combat
martial arts.
and stage combat, right? Isn't he theater background too?
I think it's just martial arts. I don't think he has any besides. I know he did a lot with Madison when he was around, so I don't know if that transferred or if he just that's just how he figured it out or what. Jeez, I'll have to ask.
Yeah, I mean, just watching his guards, his strikes,
Mm-hmm.
first thing that I think of.
He's got the plow, the ox, the what is it, the pool, the down behind or whatever.
Fool's guard. I was gonna say that train was tripping me out during this whole thing.
It came by with like all this like techno music going on.
That's wild.
That's a good call, Seth.
Fighters ready. Fight! Fighters ready. Fight!
So you can see Shannon's blade. Well, I don't know if you could or not, but it came up and then down for the strike. But she's so fast and she's so accurate. Even with it coming up and then down, it still was able to simultaneous. Like if she just would have went straight in, she would have gotten the strike. But she's still fast enough to at least simul with Ethan's strike to the side.
Right.
Good honor.
That one was straight in.
Yeah, and she moved laterally to get it too.
Yeah,
Straight in.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Just gotta raise it up a little bit. That's like 3 belly slash scissors for us at this point. 2 of those should have gotten points on.
Yeah, I think Seth's saying keep it up.
Fighters ready. Fight!
Oh, I thought she got him. Did she get him under the arm?
I thought so.
I think that.
Fighters ready.
Oh,
No.
Let's talk about the gloves.
Yeah. Shannon likes to banter when she fights, but Ethan is actually super sweet guy, easy to talk to, but he just doesn't say anything when you're fighting most of the time. And if he does, it's really quiet. His voice does not project very far.
You filming?
So I can hear Shannon's voice, but that's it.
Right.
I agree. Point blue. Blue takes match. Right?
Okay. So Ethan won the first one.
Blue. Yeah.
okay.
I don't know about how much, though. I don't think it was by much. Like 2 points, maybe?
Right.
Point red. Fighters ready. Fight! I agree. Point red. Fighters ready.
All right, 2-0. Looks like 3-0.
Split decision. Simultaneous versus the
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I didn't see the blue. I didn't see the blue strike. So
That's right.
Ooh, that was pretty.
Points. Red. Fighters ready. Fight.
Shannon's got that good.
Can't hear Brian anymore.
Fighters ready. Fight.
You know, it's about Shannon. She doesn't very often take a step backwards.
I do agree. Red kick.
She's always moving
Yeah.
forwards.
Yeah,
Ready. Fight.
it works for her. She's at number 1, number 2, probably number 2 in women's.
Nope.
You just say red. I agree. Fight red.
And Laura Madden's been fighting for about 25 years.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, duck down under the camera.
It's like he heard you.
These two judges, one body saw wrist, the other saw fingers, and throw it out on the count. Okay? You'll score. Fighters ready. Fight.
Wrath guard.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if Wrathguard's very effective in this sport though,
It depends on your measure.
unless you're Ji Woo.
Yeah. Let's do Ji Woo trying to cut through plastic with plastic.
Good honor. Point blue. Fighters ready. Fighters ready. Fight. Hold. Three. Cut to the same leg. Point red. Fighters ready. Fight.
Hmm.
Those are one
That
of
was
those ones
good.
I didn't see it, but I could hear from her reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He baited her on
He-
that one.
He baited, stepped out of range, and then what is that? Knockreisen attack after. Ethan does have some solid footwork.
Fighters ready.
He's very
Let's change what
springy.
he's doing too. We did a second at least. Now we're back to hand. I don't know, man. Everything this guy does speaks of Hemo. Specifically longsword.
Yeah.
Fighters ready. Fight.
Yeah. There's Shannon going off.
Blue. Fighters ready. Just be it honest. I don't know why that happened. Fight. Hold. I agree with you on all points.
Yeah.
All two people are saying blue, but there wasn't another call, and I didn't see the red first. I was right next to it. I called point red. Match point red. Fighters ready. Fight. Point blue. Fighters ready. Fight.
See, Ryan, if Shannon and I fought, it would just be a conversation. It wouldn't actually be blades crossing. We just talk to each other.
Be a lot of smiling.
it
Yeah,
looks like he
exactly right.
tried to jump over the blade and missed.
gonna say I thought she got him on the arm
did.
just before it
Yeah.
said final exchange.
Yeah.
All right.
Talking to the judges, we felt more strongly that 2 points. We go to 9-9.
Really?
Sudden death.
Huh.
Okay.
It's all about the ankles.
Fighters ready. Fight.
Ooh, that was nice. Oh, I think she got that.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Oh, they're redoing it. For my choppy footage, I think she got it.
Yeah. She got that one too.
That one looked a little more obvious.
Red takes match. We're in the third round.
All right.
Third round,
All right.
nice.
Standing in red, chicken in blue. Fighters ready. Fight.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good follow through. That's
Points red. Fighters ready.
I know that wasn't a neck shot, but the stop motion made it look square on the neck.
I like that too.
My judges
Like she's just starting to taunt.
blue. Fighters ready.
Blue. Okay.
Fight. Two say Simon, one says blue. Simon, first of the match. Fighters ready. Fight. Red. Fighters ready. Fight. Three judges say blue. Points blue.
Definitely looks like Shannon has a little more in her gas tank this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's not moving out of the way as much as he was in the first 2 rounds.
One blue, one red. I saw blue. Point blue. Fighters ready. Fight.
Slow-mo.
She's able to control that ring, that's for sure, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what she's doing.
You just got it.
He's getting backed up into the sides. Oh,
Yep.
Not sure that was a dive or a trip.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was one of those ones. All you just see is just crumpled up on the floor. With
Mhm.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a move forward like you normally see. It was just kind of like straight down.
One Simon, one red, two red. I call point red. Fighters switch sides.
All right, Shannon's ahead.
Okay.
Fighters ready. Fight.
Ethan might be better served to point that blade at her.
Fighters ready. Fight. Points. Red. Fighters ready. And Hold. And all the 3 points blue. Fighters ready. Fight. Hold.
He does look tired, Bobby. You're right.
Fighters ready.
Yeah, because he's not even really trying to parry those. He's just kind of
Mm.
letting them happen. We lost Brian.
Yeah.
Yep.
Saw that.
Hold.
Mm.
Points blue. Fighters ready. Fight.
That's a pretty good matchup.
It is.
Mhm.
Really is.
I don't know who
Close
this you
fight.
think that is, but
Red. Fighters ready. Fight. Simon. Second of the match. Fighters ready. Fight. Hold. Point blue. Fighters ready. Fight.
Oh, that was nice.
Mhm.
Point blue. 8 seconds left. Fighters ready.
Okay.
Fight.
Tied up.
Nice.
Hold.
Ooh.
Oh, that looks too close.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, it looks like there's a bunch of reds, but that looked too close
Yeah.
to me.
On red, most of the finger did slide up until legal contact. Point red. Fighters
Okay.
ready.
Went red.
Fight.
All right.
Hold.
Red. One for blue. Can't see the fourth.
judging by the noises, it seemed like Shannon got that one.
If you know the score, I'm going to redo that one. Fighters ready. Fight.
Is Shannon up right now, or is it
Shannon's up by
five?
1.
Fight.
It's 9-8. That looked like blue.
Oh, I was gonna say it looks like he got the outside of her hand. Her arm.
Sudden death, everybody. Sudden death.
Tied up 9-9.
Yep,
Sudden death.
tied up.
And sudden death. Yeah. Just in time to watch sudden death.
Yep. Welcome back, Brian.
Yep. I think she got it.
Lunge. Yep.
Yep.
And he lost.
Point and match. Good job.
Shannon wins it. Oh, I guess Brian slipped back out again. Oh, it sucks. He's gonna want to be in for this one.
Mhm.
Nah, he doesn't.
He's gonna miss his own fight.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Yep, maybe not.
He's trying to come back in.
Yeah. So he is one intimidating dude to be fighting in there when you're as short as I
Yeah.
am.
Brian's a teddy bear.
Yes. A big dude.
You did 30 years in lacrosse.
Yep.
Started when I was 6.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
Just in time.
All right, quick story. So my daughter was cheering for Shannon. I told Shannon, I'm like, hey, my daughter was cheering for you after a while. I don't know if you heard her or not. And she goes, oh, that's sweet. So she grabs a patch and she comes over to my daughter. She goes, I heard you were cheering for her. Why don't you take this patch? And she goes, when you get older, we can fight. And I couldn't help but think of Kill Bill Volume 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still feeling raw about it. You come find me.
Yeah.
Fighters ready.
Maybe when your daughter's older, her kit needs to be that yellow jumpsuit.
Yep.
It's like Brian, you reached out there and got him.
Fighters ready. Fight.
Yep.
I mean, with all that reach.
It's a little bit of reach.
Well, with stop motion, Ryan, we can see you get the underneath. It literally stopped right in the nick of time.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, all tied up.
Oof. Hmm.
Like you got inside Brian on that one.
Say point blue. Fighters ready. Fight.
There's definitely a lot more footwork in this fight than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said Simon on that one. Good call, Steph.
I would have said blue point on that one.
I don't know why.
Simon, second of the match. Fighters ready. Fight.
Quit hitting each other.
Simon, third of the match. Fighters ready.
Don't worry, it's better.
We're gonna take that back. I think it only hit the hilts.
That was a good call.
No score. Fighters ready. Fight.
Simon on the hilts.
Yeah.
Resave blue. White blue.
So that was a piece of my armor right there, Brian.
That what? Little chunk.
That's how you know it was point blue.
Ooh, I think he got underneath there.
I thought so too.
Says Simon. Blue. Third of the match. White three. White blue. Here we go. Fighters ready. Fight.
Get in there, Brian. Don't let him come to you. Cool.
Blue. Fighters
Quit
ready.
taking a step back. See, I needed a corner man.
I ain't doing too bad right now. That's 4-0.
We had a quick exchange. He turned around.
Well, I thought I got the points. Turned around
Trotted.
and nobody called me. I was like, oh shit.
He trotted back. I chased him down, waited for him to turn around like a gentleman. I didn't stab him in the back,
And then,
but I still got the point.
So right now in my mind, going through my head is this is my worst nightmare. I'm down 5-0. I'm
Yep.
getting embarrassed. This is why I didn't want to fight Brian.
So you power slide.
And it
Bobby
worked.
knows when that's that schoolyard bullshit. If I get desperate,
Schoolyard bullshit works sometimes.
it does.
It really does.
Sometimes you get desperate and it kind of shocks your system. Like, all right, I got to do something. I got to do something different.
Mhm.
I definitely threw out my whole game plan that I had because this shit wasn't working at all.
Well, that's 3 straight.
Good on her.
Point red. Fighters ready. Fight.
Well done.
Was it 4-5 now?
Yep.
I think so.
All right.
With 12 simuls?
Yep. 12 suns. And 87 honor calls. Oh. Blade play.
I agree. Initial parry, red kick around, point red. Fighters ready.
Yeah, look at that. 5 straight, 5 back.
Yeah, Seth was off his game for judging this, I think.
Did he do it on 0 hours of sleep again?
3 judges say red. Tie ball game, everybody.
It didn't take long. It was 5-0, all of a sudden 5-5.
Did you stare at the shoe store wondering what Andy was about to buy?
Mm-hmm.
See, now that one hit was what I was trying to do the whole first half of that match.
That pissed me off how good it was.
I only got to do it once.
Three judges say blue. Sudden death.
Sudden death. I
Yeah.
guess
Long
the time would be out.
Time ran
yeah.
out.
Is it 6-6?
Yep.
Yep.
No, there's my daughter. Yeah.
I heard go daddy.
Yeah. .com.
I agree. Red takes round. Good job, guys.
All right.
I'll be honest, I did not feel that hug.
The hug.
I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it right there. But I did it.
Man, I'm the worst. I'm the biggest baby when I'm in the ring. Man, I hate myself when I'm in the ring.
I agree.
Let's see, Brian, looks like you got that one.
Fighters ready. Fight.
2 rounds, first blood.
Mm.
Well, it looks like he slit you underneath there on that one.
Agree. Point blue. Fighters ready.
No,
Oh,
I was wrong.
I would have said that same thing, but no, I guess not.
It's all right. It happens.
I'll tell you, with the 2 blue sabers and you guys are over in the blue corner, there's a lot of blue
Yeah.
lines over in that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Ryan's is like a turquoise
Green
blue.
blue.
Though.
Yeah.
Fight.
Green
That's,
versus purple blue.
that's the 9 moons. That blade,
Mhm.
that LED is so bright. Comes up nice.
Yeah. And then Brian is like ringlon blue.
To me, it's almost purple.
Yeah, I get more purple out of it.
Oh,
Simon, first of the match. Fighters ready.
that was a Samuel, but it looked like Ryan felt it more.
There was one I got underneath your. I went for your chest, but you kind of parried it, and it would like hit right where you didn't have armor. Man, I feel bad about that because that was a solid hit.
I don't feel
Did
bad
you, though?
about it.
Fighters ready.
The only ones that ever hurt me is sometimes I'll see a hit coming and I'll turn and I'll take it on my back. I always have the
Ooh.
worst welts from that.
Jeez.
It's a bad habit.
Ryan's still the only one to like bruise me through my Gambison.
Really? I'm sorry.
No, it's like that last exchange in that Unity fight where you like
Oh,
hit
yeah, yeah,
somehow in between the lining of my gloves.
Mm-hmm. The spinning
Yeah,
hit.
that was impressive. That was a good hit.
Oh, I'm letting you get too close. You were way too close for that.
It was very close.
Yep, you gotta use your range.
Simon, second.
You're being a bit aggressive on this, in my opinion. You
I-
should have.
yeah.
You were ahead. You should have just kind of let me have to push into you, and I think you would have won this fight.
Spoiler alert.
No, I'm talking about this fight, not the whole match.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah,
I
bullshit.
couldn't tell what happened, but I heard Brian.
Good fall through there.
Line judges to me. Players ready.
Thought,
No, they didn't
thought
give it to
he
me.
was. I think I'm actually down one here. I'm down one. I think it was like 4-3. I'm down one. Now I'm down like 2.
Down
Now
2.
just-
It's 5-3.
5-3.
But you were
yeah,
up
5-3.
3-0 at the beginning.
Yeah. Now it's 10 seconds left and just I'm getting now you can just tell I'm getting edgy and itchy. Just tearing into just running right into fucking blade.
Tell
Yeah.
Jerry
Right
to
into
get
a
out of
reverse
the way.
grip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah, I hate when you get in that position when you're down and you have to rush it. And even if you have just the tiniest bit of success, like 1 out of every 2 points or something, it
Yeah.
feels like you're still charging. And yeah,
Yeah.
So 2 things about that fight I really thought of. Like I didn't put in the training beforehand, and I could tell like Ryan did put in the training. Like you said your game plan was off in the beginning. I mean, maybe it was. I was up 5-0, but I mean, whatever training you did, like it paid off. That was 2 rounds that you came back from 5-0 and 3-0 to win in 2 rounds. That's pretty damn good. It was a
But-
fun fight.
it's good
What you
mental
did do-
fortitude.
True, but what you did do was I didn't get to play the game I wanted to. I had 2 game plans for you. One was to beat your blade out of the way and hit you, which I only got to do 1 time in both fights. And you put me up
Yeah,
5-0
but
with me trying.
It worked both times though.
Yeah. But the other one was to, and you played it into it by being aggressive, was to fade back and take your wrist, and that's
Ah.
where I made the points back.
Yeah. It showed. And it was humbling.
Both fights were very, very close. Nothing like what you
Really
did to me in
close.
Nashville.
So we had an unranked tournament beforehand, and Brian and I actually matched up. So what I had for if you were going to match up and you were scheduled to fight in the unranked tournament, I had him do dual wield, because nobody does dual wield, right? Except for like me and like one other guy, right? Jay Madden maybe and Jerry Chubb. So it actually turned out like the way it lined up, like Ryan and I fought, and I think that was pretty close too. I think it was only like 5-6 or 4-5 or something like that.
Yeah, you beat me by 1.
Yeah. That's what I was hoping for
Mm.
in the CS one though.
Oh, I noticed the Virginia charter changed the late game though. Like that's one thing Chico will just bluntly say, be like, it's all about the late game.
It's all about the what game?
Late game, we're at our
The end
best
of
when
the
we're
match.
down. It hyper focuses us.
Oh. Mm.
Yeah.
I tendency
Very
to be
true.
there myself. I tendency to have an opportunity to be behind. I'm one of those ones I never do any fight research beforehand. Right, for my opponent, and so it usually takes me a while to figure it out what's happening anyway, and then I kind of sometimes I can catch up. Either that, or like Brian says, or you're just in a case where you're down and then you're rushing, right, and then you're just like, damn it. Yeah.
Probably beat
You
the
can't-
crap out of me the first half of the fight, that the only time I fought you.
Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie was
Mm.
up on me, and then we got like 30 simmels in a row, and then it became a roller coaster. But he was beating the crap out of me. So,
Yeah, I think I
don't-
remember that. Well, and I fought Ryan just before that. So
Wow.
before I
In
fought you,
Tennessee?
so that was in Tennessee.
no, we were in pools.
Oh, you were in pools, right. All right, so I fought Ryan, then I fought Chico.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Man, goodness sakes, I had quite a
Don't-
murderous row that day.
Dude,
Oh,
you-
jeez.
How did you even
Yeah.
get through that? Jeez.
It got
yeah,
me.
it's like
I think
me,
Chico got him.
Charlie, and like 2 beginners was our pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just how it turns out. Sometimes you get those murder pools where you're
Yeah,
just
well,
like, I've had 6 months experience and I'm going up against these trained murderers here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Charlie and I were each other's warm-up fight for the Tennessee
Mm,
tournament.
that's a hell of a warm up.
It was. Yeah, I was awake. I was end of it. Yeah.
That is good though. I love that two get out with pools. That is such a big thing. Just to
Well, and I'll be honest, that what started at Bladetoberfest, and you weren't there, is a consolation bracket too. So
I
the
saw that
top
and that
two,
was pretty.
yep,
Yeah, I like that too.
it's it's a strain on the staff and everybody to make sure that we can get all of the fights done, right? Because you're in essence doubling the amount of people that are fighting for a standard pool, or a standard bracket rather. But it is exactly what TSL is all about. I mean, it really is. It's the idea that everybody still gets there. It's community. You're still getting an opportunity, right? The people that won, the consolation bracket at Bladetoberfest, where it had just as much smiles. I mean, it really was something, and it really did kind of capture really what we're all about. I think that, and I think the idea of
Yeah.
having the Brian Williams 4th place award is another one that it's a place you're finishing, right? You're finishing it, something like that. I think it's also acknowledging that is really nice.
Yeah.
Well, and it's more fights, right? I mean,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that too
sometimes
for the bracket.
fight more
Yes,
people.
correct.
For the,
For the
yeah.
console.
Yeah.
They've been giving some cool prizes with that too. I think Kenny got a Saber for winning the Bladetober one.
He
did.
did.
He got a Rebel
he got
Saber.
that Wookiee saber.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
that Wookiee
nice.
Saber,
Nice.
yeah. And then I think the California one gave like a NeoPixel or something to the redemption bracket winner.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Cool.
Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us. I
Thank
know
you
it was
very much.
choppy, but you
Appreciate
can
you
watch
guys.
it back, and hopefully it won't be choppy when you
Yeah.
rewatch it.
No, we're just gonna have
Yeah.
to hear our commentary on choppy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
I
see.
did want to thank you guys for really showing up, and appreciate you guys jumping in, because this is really, really enjoyable. And I really appreciate these other sets of eyes watching these different fights. It's really nice.
Yeah, it was a good turnout. Good time. Very good time.
I really enjoyed it.
Yep. Excellent. Well, thanks you guys for having me, and
Yeah,
thanks
me
for
too.
putting this together. This was great, and a couple of you I'll see in a few days. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Brian, are you
Yeah,
going
good
to
luck,
Florida?
guys. No,
Yeah.
I'm not going to Florida.
We'll lose her.
Boo.
That's
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, well, I'll see Ryan and Charlie in a couple days.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
All right.
All right,
All right,
y'all.
thanks,
You guys have a
guys.
good night. Thank you.
Night.
Yep. I do need